In Unit 4, note 2.5. So the reason there's a 0.5 is this material is not like directly tested on the AP test. Two things. Well, there's three things. There's tree diagrams, which are not directly tested on the AP test, but I think are super useful. So we're going to do them because I think they can help you do problems that they're not like testing a tree diagram, but a tree diagram might help. And then there's like permutations, combinations, which is like super interesting. We can spend weeks on it, but it's not on the AP test. And if I started to spend like a couple days, I'd get excited. We can spend like weeks on it. We're still working on that. That's not on the AP test. This isn't either, but I think it'll help you on the AP test. That's why it's called 2.5. It's not like an official. You're probably on the wrong page. Okay, tree diagram. I'm gonna like write this up on my board. So you can do any of the questions I'm gonna show you how to do a tree diagram. You can do it without, but on a lot of problems it's much easier to use a tree diagram. So what I'm gonna look at is I've got 27% of users are this age, 45% are this age, the remaining 28% are that age. So I'm going to start a tree and say 0.28, 0.45, and then 0.27. I say tree. I don't know why. A lot of people do their trees this way, which, then kind of looks a little more like a tree. I do mine sideways. You can do up and down if you want. And then this is like just a label and keep it straight. This is like 18 to 29. This is 30 to 49. This is 50 plus. But then the next thing depends on the first thing. So how much, whether they've been to YouTube or not, depends on how old they are. So these people are more likely to go to YouTube than these people and these people. So 70% of these people have visited. 0.7 have visited YouTube, which means 0.3 have not. Those have to have to one, right? Are you looking good? Yeah. Very quiet. Maybe one or two. Okay. The middle group, so 30 to 49, 51% of these people have visited YouTube. So then what goes here for the 9? 0.49, because these have to have to 1, right? And then at the bottom, 26% of those 50 and older, so 0.26 been to YouTube, and then 0.74 have not. So then, the way you combine this, and you don't necessarily have to write this out every time, but the probability of 18 to 29 and YouTube, so that's like that branch, you multiply those two together. So 0.28 times 0.7, don't know what that is. 0.196. Then we're just going to go through and do that with every combination. So my next one is 18 to 29, and no. Probability of 18 to 29, and no. Multiply those two together. So 0.28 times 0.3. Can everybody tell me that don't calculate it. Don't multiply it. Everybody tell me what number it is. You're not allowed to multiply it. Another way. What? Yeah. These two things have to add up to 0.28. So you could do 0.28 minus that, and it would work. the same thing. So you can do 9 times that, and the multiplying will work every time. This just maybe can save you some time if you remember it. So keep going, 0.45 times 0.51. So that's the probability of 30 to 49. And YouTube. $2,295. And then 30 to 49 and no YouTube. Again, you can either look at these two numbers will have to add up to 0.45, or you can multiply these two things together, either way. If I calculator for either one. 0.2205. And then I'm just going to keep going, so 0.27 times 0.26, 0.27 times 0.74. So this is the probability of 50 plus and YouTube. Then I've got 50 plus and no YouTube. .07. Then I'm just like quick checking. Do these look like they add up to 0.27? And that does. So that's like my list of all I did. And then I can start asking questions about it, which they do on the bottom, and I have successfully covered up. So what is the probability that, if I look at number 1, I can't show it. Well, I can't show it on the board. But number 1, what's the probability that this person is 18 to 29 and visits YouTube? Well, we did it. It's up there. Like, which one again? What's the answer? 0.196. So through the tree, we've kind of done the groundwork, and some of these should be easier now. What's the probability that this person has visited YouTube? Well, there's 3 types of people that have visited YouTube. This age group, and this age group. So what do we do with those 3 numbers? Well, 0.4957. Good there? And then the third one is the more common kind that you'll see. Given that they visited YouTube, what's the probability they're between 30 and 49? So remember, we have a formula for this. Actually, I don't need this tree anymore. So the question asks, what's the probability? Given that they visited YouTube, so I want 30 to 49, given that they visited YouTube. The formula is the probability of both divided by the probability of what's given. So that's like, so we wrote this in the notes last time. P of A given B. So B is what I know is true. Is the probability of both divided by the probability of what's given. So whatever's here ends up on the bottom every time. And then I know all of these things. So 30 to 49 and YouTube is that 0.2295. And then YouTube, didn't I answer that in part B? Is that what that number was? So the 0.4957. Then you would divide those, whatever you get. Question on the 3 examples that they put in there. Alright, I'm going to give you one more. Find the probability. Can I erase this part or no? So I want you to find the probability that they are 18 to 29, given that they don't go to U2. For the no. Or you could go and add up, like, oh, yeah. Just making sure you understand like, options. Claire, can I erase the blue? So again, I would look at the formula and say, okay, that's going to equal the probability of both. So it's always this: the probability of both divided by the probability of what's given. That's like your general. So the probability of both 18 to 29 and no is right there, your 0.084. And then the probability of no, two ways you can get it. We got the probability of yes to be 0.4957. The probability of no is going to be 1 minus that. Or you can just add up all three of these no's. But that's going to be 0.4957, so 5043. And then divide that, whatever you get. 116? Sure. That makes sense because it's like it's about 16 over 100. Questions on that one, anyone? All right, turn the page. You want me to do it or you want to try it? Try it. Try it. I'll still do it. I'll just do it after. You said I'm just talking about other projects. It's going to be fun to make up. Did you have fun though? Your tests will be in today. I wrote it on the board. I'm saying it out loud to make myself do it. I'm sorry it's taking so long. A couple weeks ago. You guys graded the multiple choice part by hand, and then I said I'd grade the back. And I just haven't yet. You can see it. Can you read that? So you can try it. I'm doing cash for no credit card. Seemed easier than like no CC. But whatever, it's fine. So if you look at the questions you're being asked, you realize you don't have to do all 6 of those multiplications. You can, but a few of them end up being a waste of your time if you look at like what BNC are asking you to do. So just like if you're on an AP test and hustling, sometimes you can skip some of the work. Oh, that's what it was. That's not. So maybe are people still working? Let's keep just ignore me. I always do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you have good credit.
What?
Because like a lot of people are on a credit card, you still need to establish credit. So if you just pay for gas, then you just have credit without.
So here's my tree diagram. Probability people play with a credit card. So that happens here, here, here. So we multiply those together, add them all up. And then, given that we know they paid with their credit cards, remember the given goes on the bottom, and both goes on top. So the both is this premium and credit card 0.042 divided by the total, which is, I guess it's not both, it's probably the whole. But anyway, 0.1423. Question on that? That's all I got. There's a 2.5 homework. You have time to finish that. Tomorrow I'll do probably some like crappies and AP questions before moving on to like the next part of the units. Yeah. Do 5. homework 2.5, there's questions on tree diagrams, and then there's questions on like permutations and combinations. Don't worry about the questions on permutations and combinations. I think it's like number 5 and 6. I like them, they're fun, but they're not on the test. So. Can I help you, Will? For Thanksgiving? How many people will give me $1?
I'll put you $1.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
I'll give you
40,
40.
now we're talking. I don't know. I'd say more likely not than yes. 70% no. 30% yes.